Hello everyone, Vex here. At the time of making this guide for the 18 ingredients, no major glitches category, I am the current world record holder. And I don't know if there's going to be any new strats that are found after this, but at the time of this recording, this is the best route for the 18 ingredients, no major glitches category. But before we start, there is one thing that we have to do, and that is change your keyboard to a German keyboard for one purpose. Right down here I have it set up to where I could just click here, change to a Germany keyboard, and then right where you would normally press the tilde key on a normal US keyboard, if you're from the US, it will instead press whatever key it is on the German keyboard. I'm not sure what that is, but that opens up the console for console commands. Next you want to type P space skip all sequences and enter. And then at that point you're good to go back to the English keyboard if you want. I tend to keep it on the German keyboard while I'm running Help High in case the game crashes, because that is prone to happen in the beginning of the launch of a game when you have this cutscene skip on. It doesn't happen all the time. I would say most of the time it doesn't happen, but it does happen every once in a while. So we're gonna get started. This is gonna be a long guide because the world record is about 38 minutes. I'm gonna break down each section to tell you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and to give you tips on pretty much getting quicker at the game and being able to compete with the world record time. So we're gonna jump right into this. You want to start on a fresh save, and we're gonna get all the way through Market, and then I would do a cut, and then do Tsushima Bay, and then a cut, and then Frozen Peak, and then a cut, and then, you know, we'll go level by level. So, here we go. New game. You're gonna wanna hold upright, just slightly upright, and start mashing the Y button. And that is going to start the talk on the phone. You're gonna wanna skip through this as fast as possible, and now you wanna start dashing. Now, I'm gonna take a little break here because this is a good moment to talk about the dashing in this game. When you want to dash in this game, there's normally a cooldown. If you look at my controller, I am pressing the dash button numerous times, and you'll see sometimes I get the double dashes, or like the chain dashes is what we call it. The chain dash in this game, you're going to want to time your dashes to happen right at the end of the other dash. It takes some time to get used to, but when you get good at it, you can actually chain dashes together. It is something that is going to take a while to learn, especially getting consistent with chain dashes, because it is a really small window, probably about 2 to 3 frames. It's not quite 1 frame, but it is a very, very tight frame window to chain dashes together. Once you get that down, you're going to want to come here as fast as possible, get into this room, and you got another cutscene. Start mashing the A button, and then dash as soon as you get out of the cutscene. You'll be in the air, just to get you moving as quick as possible. Remember, chain dash as much as possible. And the first little skip of this area is going to be right here. When you jump on this planter, you want to jump, jump, dash, jump, dash. That's the fastest way to get through that. Otherwise, the correct way is to come over here and run up the wall, just like this, and dash. But as you know, running up a wall, it wastes time. So that's why we skip the running up the wall by doing that. The jump, dash, jump, dash, jump, and then dash in. Grab this checkpoint, because you will need to come back to this later in the run. And then you want to dash through the door and head outside. This is all self-explanatory. Remember to use your dashes when you can. There will be a cutscene here, but it's skipped because of the cutscene skip that we did in the beginning to skip cutscenes. That's what that little lag was when I came through that door. So don't worry about that. Okay. This is another little strat that we do. It's a damage boost. If we land on the right side of the newspaper pile that's on fire, it will propel us down the stairs quicker. If you miss it, don't worry about it. It's not the biggest deal, but it is something we use in the run, so I will showcase it. Here we go. And sometimes you can get some really nice bounces. That one was but I've definitely seen some better bounces. Yeah, like that. So saves us like, I don't know, a second, 2 seconds. Small little strat, but we got to keep moving because the run is very long. Grab that checkpoint so you don't have to get it later. Skip through the dialogue. And then I do something here that gets me moving in that direction a little bit quicker. Once you grab that, there's a small window where you can orient your character to face back towards the door and then dash. I'm going to try to get it now. If not, if I don't get it, it's no big deal. But, yep, see? I faced the other way and dashed before this interface came up. So when this interface goes away, just spam B at this point. You'll see that I am already dashing in that direction. And now we're on to the market. The market is the first place, or my first split in the run. But you could always do your splits differently. Alright. Normally I stand right up against the crack of this door because as soon as it opens and I can fit through it, my character will go through it. So, get through it, dash, come around these boxes, and then try to get as many chain dashes as you can. One thing to note here is stay away from this checkpoint. That checkpoint can be triggered just by getting close to it and not even touching it. You want to stay wide here. You want to stay away from that checkpoint. Getting that checkpoint is an instant reset, and that goes for any checkpoint inside the market area. You want to avoid all checkpoints, and I'll show you why later. So normally when you get to here, I try to reach him further to the left side over here. And the reason why is there's a can that spawns right about here. So the further you are to the left side when you talk to him, you start mashing A and then hold down on the analog stick while you're mashing A, because it's gonna select the second option. And watch this. So second option is selected whenever it comes up, just like that, and it's quicker dialogue. I could have sworn you get closer to the can when you're standing closer to the left, but maybe it's just placebo, who knows. Anyway, the second option is the one you want. Grab this can and press B and then hold down for swing. This is your first ability. You have to get it. And then start doing your chain dashes. Once again, checkpoint, hold to the right. If I walk about 2-3 steps over, that checkpoint will be grabbed. We do not want that. Swing, dash, dash, swing, dash. Don't bonk in the wall like I did. Here's another checkpoint to avoid. Now, the old way used to be just jumping across the lava there. But if you get decent at your swings, you can come about right here. And then double jump, swing, and you can dash right through here. And remember to avoid checkpoints and move your way over here. So there is something I do want to talk about, and it's the swings. So in this game, once we get swings, the whole chain dashing thing is not really something you deal with for the entire run up until you get to the last part of the game. Then you'll have to worry about chain dashes again. But when you get swings, you actually get just as much speed as you do from dashing. So you can use swings if you are uncomfortable with dashing. But the swings really aren't better than dashing until you get this next power up. So you grab this can, head over here, grab this can. Oh, that's also something to bring up. You can swing into the cans. So that can right there, it's kind of hard to hit sometimes, but if you swing, Nugget can grab that can without you actually touching it. Once you get that can, you want to press back and then go into your skill tree and equip the swing boost, which needed 2 cans. That's why we grabbed those 2 cans. Swing boost. Alright, now with swing boost, chain dashing is completely not viable until the end of the run. this is where you start getting speed. And since we're here, we will talk about swing boost. The safe way to do a swing boost is to double jump, swing, double jump, swing. And obviously, you want to avoid swinging high. That is a waste of time. You also want to avoid swinging too low because you can hit the ground. But there is a specific type of way of swinging that you can do that is technically faster than your double jump swing. And that is a single jump swing. But the issue with that is if you single jump and swing forward, you're going to hit the ground. So what you want to do is you want to slightly tilt your stick upright or up left to get a tilt on that single swing. Just like this. Because you doing a double jump is waste of time compared to single swings. Once you get used to them, they're not too bad. So we will use single swings if you want to save time, double jumps if you want to be safe. All right, next you want to avoid that checkpoint. Come up here, double jump, swing. Avoid that checkpoint, come around here. And now I start using a lot of single swings here because it is a straightaway. All single swings. Oh. Avoid the checkpoint. This is just normal routing. I've already taught you the fastest way to do swings, so how you get through this is up to you. Avoid the checkpoint. I do a lot of single swings here. And then this is an ingredient. This is what we're collecting in the game. This is the first ingredient that you will collect out of the 18 ingredients you need for the 18 ingredient no major glitches category. So when you grab this, just keep spamming the B button to get through or get out of this menu as quick as possible. And then you want to press start respawn at checkpoint. Because we didn't grab any checkpoints, it's going to respawn us at the entrance to the elevator. And you can just come in here, press the elevator, head down, and turn in the ingredient that we get. By turning in this ingredient, we unlock the first real level of the game. I mean, I guess this is the first real level, but things start turning up in the speedrun once we get past Market. Market is I would consider Market like the tutorial of the game. Don't do what I'm doing and bonking. I'm notorious for doing that. Alright. Skip through the dialogue. And then we move to Tsushima Bay. Alright, so there's probably a cut there because I did kind of mess up the next section of the run. So I kind of started over so we can go from here. Now, one thing that I didn't talk about was the dash, or the swing boost. I'm assuming most people that are watching this have played the game casually and know the difference between a normal swing and a swing boost. But we'll go over it anyway real quick. When you unlock that swing boost, like we did in the last level, in order to keep your speed up, you want to use that boost whenever swinging, by holding down B while swinging. Compared to just doing a normal swing, it is slower, so you want to use that boost whenever you can. All right, so this is the first real level. I would say there's a lot going on here compared to Market. All right, so now there is a interface when you come into Tsushima Bay, right when you exit this elevator that you want to avoid. And how you do that is just by coming over here and staying close to the elevator and making a quick left. There really isn't much room, so try to hug the elevator as much as possible. Let me show you what happens if you step a little too far out from the elevator. You get this. We have to go through and then press A. So you don't want that. Stay close to the elevator, hug it, and then come through here. Okay, so unicorns. We need these to unlock these horns in the run. And the first horn that we unlock is right here. It needs one unicorn, and that is the quickest unicorn to grab. There is other unicorns that we need for another horn later in the run. So that's the first one that we're gonna grab. And here's a little bit of a tip when coming into here. Hold up on the analog stick you're gonna get the loading icon. And as soon as that loading icon goes away, wait about half a second and then do a double jump and swing. And you're already moving while the screen was still black. Alright, so these horns are probably one of the most, if not the most important item in the game, because the fastest way to move in the game is by staying on the ground and using these horns as a boost. So if you can avoid swinging and you could use the boost instead on these horns, you're better off doing that than swinging. So keep that in mind if you ever want to try to route something or do a new route in the game. Horns are faster than the swings. So from here, you want to come over here and grab our second unicorn, step on this rock, and then double jump up here. And I'm going to show you real quick why I do that. Real quick, it just looks like this. I know it'll look like I barely got on the rock, but as long as you're elevated slightly here, you can make that double jump without an issue. If you come here and grab the unicorn right away and double jump, it's very likely you'll get that slide animation that you just saw right there, where it looks like he's sliding. And if that happens, you are forced to slide until he gets grounded instead of being able to jump right away. So that's why I take a quick step over here and then jump up here to avoid sliding. Then you want to jump, swing, and grab this can. All right, from here, you need to get all the way to the beach as quick as possible with having only one swing, because we do get more than one swing later on. And the way that I do that, you can always look at the controller or play it back if you need that assistance, because it is going to go pretty quick. I'm going to try to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to hold down the boost right here. I'm going to be holding it the whole time, because even if that animation in the back of the horns goes away, but you're holding down that boost button while you're airborne, you will still get that boost. So I do let go of it when I swing, because my swing is right above on the trigger. But what you want to do is let go of it only when you're swinging, but as soon as you're done swinging, start holding this again. Even if you don't see the fire coming out, you will get more speed, I promise you. And I'll prove later, shortly after this, what I mean by that. So, jump, swing, hold it, jump, dash, land in the water, and then you can jump again, double jump, swing, dash, and that's the quickest way to get to the beach. We want to grab this checkpoint, run up here, make a quick right angle, swing, and get up here. Okay, so this is a good place for me to explain what I meant by holding down that horn when airborne, even when the animation isn't showing. So watch how I grab that unicorn over there from here. Ready? See, I was able to make it. Now, let me show you what happens if I wasn't holding that horn while airborne. I could still use it to jump, but I don't even get close. So, that's what I mean. It doesn't look like it's being used, but it actually is. So once we get that unicorn, I want to do the same thing to come over here. We want to grab this can. I like to kill, not all of them, just the one guy that runs from over here, because he will block you. Just swing, and then come over here and grab this can. From here, you want to get to the island over there. We used to grab a lot of other cans, but I avoid doing that because we do not need all of them. Going over there is just a waste of time. You want to come over here, grab the one can that's in here. It was right in here. Run. Dash. Now turn the camera and press Y. If you don't turn the camera, watch what happens when you land here. You literally can't press Y. Look, the Y doesn't show up. I'm in the place to talk with him, but it only shows up when you turn the camera, and that's because that ring light right there will actually block you from being able to press Y. I don't know why, but that's the thing in the game. Avoid being blocked. Alright. Now we got Rainbow Road. This is a very hard part of the run. So we're gonna take this slow. In the beginning, we're just gonna hold down the boost. Jump over here. There's a lever right here. You want to hit it, and then jump to where these wires are, and you will land close to the center of the platform and grab this can. As soon as you grab this can, you want to put on your additional swing. So now we are a 2-swing character, which makes things so much more easier. Just keep running through here until we get to this target. Alright, so the fastest way to hit this target is to do what I'm about to show you. The intended way is to grab that and shoot it. But when we get here, we want to jump out towards the target and then use your double jump to jump back towards the platform. And you want to attack after your second input on that double jump. You don't want to jump and then swing, because you can't double jump out of that in time. You want to jump, and swing on the way back. So just like this: jump, swing. All right, here you want to hold your boost, jump, swing, and if you don't make it, you always have a dash as well. Remember, you got to keep holding down that boost when you can. Oh, that was a good opportunity for me to explain something. So there is a thing in the game that happens when you fall from a high distance, and you just saw that. I'll show you again right now. You fall from somewhere high and land, you get a stun animation. You do not want that. There is a few ways to avoid that stun animation. The first way is to jump. That's not high enough. Okay, but the first way is pretty obvious. It's when you get close to the ground, you can use your second jump. So let me see if I can do it. Here we go. Ready? I only jumped once, so jump again, and we avoid that stun animation. But my favorite way of doing it is like this. You keep moving and then attack. There's not much of a stun animation there if you use your attack when you land. Alright, next I like to run along this. Like I said earlier, holding down the boost and running is the fastest, so avoid falling off. If you fall off, just swing back on. But you want to be able to run across that without falling off. We don't touch any of the targets here. Alright, for newcomers, I suggest grabbing this checkpoint because it's very likely you will die here. So here we go. Jump, swing, land on here to reset your swings, and you can jump around just like this. And you could die, like me. So that is the harder strat. There is a quicker strat. I started using that strat because it's a little bit quicker, but I'm going to show you guys a safe strat. You want to get right up here, like that. And you don't have such a far distance to go anymore. You can just easily make this jump. But you can go around like I just tried. So that is something that you can do. It's just a little bit more difficult. Alright. Now, this is probably one of my favorite little finds that we have found in the run. And it's using... God. I didn't realize there was another one there. It's using that helicopter guy to get up pretty high. And how we do that is swing and land right on the propellers, and then we reset our jumps, and then we could then swing up here and land right up here. That's gonna reset our jumps so that we can come this way. Remember, we gotta reset our jumps again, or our swings again, by landing on that. Swing around, and we are here. Swing on up. Swing on up. avoid all of these. We do not need to fight them. And now comes an RNG section. Inside of that building, there's going to be a bunch of lizards that spawn. We need to kill as many as we can as fast as possible. The way that it's intended is to use the gun. We're not going to do that. We're going to run around and swing at them. So you want to count out how many you're killing. Good RNG, you will trigger the question mark above the head of the character on the inside at 12 kills. Bad RNG, you're looking at 16, 17, sometimes even 18. It rarely gets there, but let me show you what I mean by that. Here we go. There's an audio notification you may hear. Sometimes it doesn't work. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. We could check it. We could check up in there. There's a guy, as you can see. No question mark over his head. So let's see. 13, 14, 15. See, this is a perfect example of bad RNG. 16. So that was 16 kills to trigger that question mark. And we got that little audio notification. Now, sometimes, just so you know, the audio notification does not happen. So you want to, after about 12, 13, even 14 kills, you want to just peek up here if you can and see if that question mark is above his head. It really sucky that the audio notification doesn't happen sometimes. But once he has that question mark, you can talk to him, which then spawns the second ingredient of the run. Alright, you want to run out this door. Alright, start holding up and run and your boost right when you're here. And you will start running over here. Grab this unicorn and get as far out into the water as you can, but stay to the left to not trigger the piranhas. Want to swim. And your goal is to land right about here. You want to get up to this can. And then here is your third ingredient. Alright, you want to pause, respawn at checkpoint. That's going to respawn us where we spawned after we got the level completed. So as you can see, me holding up in the black screen did move me over here while I was in the black screen, because this is where we spawned out of Scarface. From here, you want to grab this can, drop down, trigger this, wait for it to have the Y symbol, and then teleport back to the checkpoint that we grabbed over here, across from the beach. From here, you want to swing up to here, and then use a double swing to get up to this ingredient. That is ingredient number 4 in the run. I may forget what count we're on, so I may not count every ingredient, but I will show you every ingredient. Alright, so from here, there is a part of the run that's called Top of Mountain in my split, because it is a mountain climb. Now, my route to getting up here is pretty difficult, so I'm going to show you the correct way to do this, and then I'm also going to show you the backup strat if you mess up on this first jump here. Because from this jump, you want to land on top of that palm tree right there. So let's do that. I want to go boop, boop, and I messed it up. So that's going to happen a lot, and that's why I have a backup for this. So first, let's show you what happens if I did land on here. And please excuse me getting on here. This is a normal thing for me. I am so bad at getting up onto this palm tree. Okay. Oh, shit. I thought I had it. Excuse the language. Perfect. If you land right here, the next thing you want to do is to jump, jump, swing, swing, and right about here is is actually, you saw the 2 that I get right there? As soon as that 2 shows up, we're good to start swinging again. So let me show you. You land here and then just jump and swing, and you get your 2 swings back. So you want to look for that 2 because it tells you that your swings have been reset, and then you could jump and start swinging again. In the case that doesn't happen and you don't get on this this tree right here, there is another point along that vine that you could reset your swings from right here. So jump, jump, swing, swing. It's a little bit lower. It's right there. Then you swing, swing, and we land where we were before, and then swing, swing. So you kind of avoid a set of 2 swings if you land on the tree and make the jump. If you miss it, it's no problem. Just grab the swing resets a little bit lower on the vine, and you can make your way up here. Then you just want to do 1 swing to get up here, and from here you want to swing to the right twice. Jump, jump, swing, swing, and that gets you up here. Next, you want to jump on this flower, and then swing, swing, up onto this rock, and from this rock, you don't need that checkpoint. From this rock, you come over here, swing, swing, dash to get up here, and then into the whale, which is the next sub-level of Tsushima Bay. Oh, right. Whale time. Here we go. Grab grenade, and let's head on down. I like to jump, jump, dash, and then swing to hit that as quick as possible. Enter on the right side here so you can swing up easily. Otherwise, it's kind of a pain to swing up here. A lot of things you bonk into. You don't need that checkpoint, but in our path, so we grab it. All right. That wasn't supposed to happen, but you get the idea. This is just basic platforming. Nothing crazy here, no speedrun strats. Just get over to the ship. Shoot that far one there. And then that can right there is an easy one that's along the route. So we jump, jump, and then dash right through the hole, and that gets us that can. We're gonna need a couple more cans. Not too much more for the run though. I normally grab this, then jump up here, jump, jump, dash, throw, and that's just the perfect distance to break that and keep moving. All right, next up, this trick. Not a fan of this trick. This trick has caused me a lot of resets, but you want to be standing on this checkpoint because this little difference here actually makes a decent amount of difference in height. It's just a lot easier if you stand here. You want to get max jump swings at this point. A lot of the time in the run, we're using our swings to get out further and faster. But here you intentionally want to go up, and you want to go as high as possible, just like this. And you want to land right here, and you can bounce off of that trampoline even though it's still blocked. And you want to come up here. There is something to note at this point in time, and I'm going to go back down and show you. I don't think this is the best one to show you on. Let me show you on this one. Alright, so here is a normal jump off of a trampoline. There is something in this game called super bounces, and you can do that by timing your jump right when you bounce, and you get a way higher jump, as you saw. So you want to try to get that when you land on this little section over here. So you want to land here, get a super jump, and then you can swing your way over here, swing your way over here, grab this checkpoint, swing up here. You don't need the checkpoint, but it is just conveniently placed and gives you a little bit more height. I guess technically I never thought about it. Once you get up here, you can literally turn around right away and swing up here and save a fraction of a second. But yeah. Next, you want to grab this unicorn, come over here, boom, and head into the next section. This is all straightforward from this point on. You just want to move your way through the whale. Shoot that. All right, now this is the first ingredient we have to be mindful of something, and I'm going to explain that right now. Some of the ingredients in this game, if you teleport away too fast from the ingredient after collecting it, you technically collected it, but it won't show up in the log, and this is one of those. And if it doesn't show up in the log, it's not a valid run. So you want to grab this. You can spam through it like normal. And then you just want to wait like a second after this. You want to wait for that to start going up around there. You watch that gate. Once it goes up a little bit, then you can return to hub world. And when you do that, it takes you outside of the whale instance. And then we move on to the next instance. Turn around, dash, double jump, swing, swing, dash. And then you do that swing at the bottom so we avoid that stun that we were talking about earlier. Grab this can. You grab this grenade, and if you're fast enough, that cycle will be off cycle. It would be up like that. And you don't want to wait for it, so instead what I do is I double jump here, run up the wall, jump, and we move on to the next ingredient. Grab this ingredient. Mash through this, and then head on down into sewer. Alright, sewer's pretty simple. It will be our first boss fight, though. Alright, thing to note, that keeps happening as you're running through the beginning, where it kind of like cuts you off, and then you lose your horn. Just know that that's going to happen and repress the horn ability. The reason that's happening is because we have on the cutscene skip. It's going to happen right again over here. Remember to repress the horn. You don't want to keep holding the horn and not realizing that you're not going at the same speed and then like falling into the death zone. That would not be good. So just remember to re-grab your horn after those cutscene skips. Next, you want to swing up here and grab this unicorn and head deeper into the sewer. All right. Grab this grenade, throw it at that, and now I'm going to kill these guys off. You do not need to kill these guys, but I'm doing this because... Actually, no, I'm going to grab this checkpoint as well, because there is a little bit of a movement tech here that is technically the fastest way to go about it, and I'm going to butcher it. I actually don't do this in my run, but I know Zan does this, so let me go ahead and show you. You want to jump, jump, throw, and then swing. Let's see if I can get it. So, jump, jump, throw, swing. There we go. I got it. That is the quickest way to go through. But for some reason, I don't know why I mess that up so often. So the safer strat is to run to this corner, jump, jump, dash, throw, and then you could jump through. The other way only really saves about a second, maybe 2 seconds, so it's not really worth it if you're not good at it. Alright, this is going to be the boss arena, and there is one bit of tech here that we need to know that's going to save us a couple seconds. It's a good save. So that grenade right there is going to be something that we're going to be tossing at the boss. We can grab that grenade early. There's a small window in which we can grab it before the boss spawns. So I'm really hoping I don't mess this up. So here we go. Let me show you how this looks. There we go. And then you can throw it, grab this grenade, throw it, and then grab this grenade, and There we go. That's the boss fight done. Real fast, real quick. Keep note that if you do miss that grenade, it's no big deal. You just gotta go and grab it after the boss spawns, losing a couple seconds. All right, same thing here. Wait, that starts going up, and then you can return to hub. You don't want to teleport away too fast. Oh, right. So all of those unicorns that we have been collecting is about to be used up. And you'll see what I mean by that shortly. We're about to get our second horn. Grab that unicorn. And then you want to come up here, grab that unicorn, and now we have 7 unicorns, and that's exactly what we need to get our next horns. These are the ram horns, and there's only 2 uses for it in the run, and I'll show you both those uses, obviously. Alright, so something to talk about is the phone that has been ringing throughout my time of showing you this route. That's the chef telling us that we have enough ingredients to turn in, but we were waiting till we got everything we needed here to use the teleport at the best possible moment. When we got the last horns, we had to go through the tutorial, but because we have that getaway at any given time, that call, we can just come into here to get the tutorial on the horns. I normally switch back to the other horns so I can move faster when I teleport away. But you see that in the top right hand corner, it says to press left on the D-pad to talk with the chef. This is where he tells you got enough horns, but it gives you the option to do return to chef. So I unlock the horns, and then I'm able to return to the chef to skip the tutorial completely and still have those horns. And then I come over here, talk with the chef. And then we go on over to the freezer. So we use this checkpoint, which I told you to grab earlier in the beginning of the run. This is why we use it. We come over here into the freezer. We make our way through the dark. I know that some people have a hard time seeing here. If you really have a hard time seeing, you can put on these horns up on top, the original horns that you have. That normally shows you like where objectives are in the game. But as you can see, it lights up the way a little bit, so you can use this if you're having a hard time seeing. The correct way to go through here, we actually get light horns in the casual playthrough of the run, but we don't use it in the speed run. Me personally, I do not need. I can pretty much see, and I kind of know my way through here, and I can make my way through the freezer no problem, where there is an ingredient at the end of it. Alright, once we grab that ingredient, we can go ahead and press respawn at checkpoint. This is not one of those that it messes up when you teleport away, so you're able to do it as quick as possible. And then head back outside over here. Okay, note there's a little bug when you come out here, and I don't know what causes it, but it makes your horns slow down, and when you go to jump across this pit, you're not going to have a good time because your horns are going to slow down and you're going to fall in the pit. So just keep note that that's going to happen, and the way to avoid it is to let go of the horn button and then repress it. I do not know why when you carry the horns outside like that and you just go for the jump, they slow down, but just remember to let go of horns and repress it, otherwise you're going to fall in the pit. Alright, swing up here, and this is one of the purposes of the ram horns. Get that on. Angle yourself with the ingredient, and then jump up as soon as you slam through. It's not really necessary, but that is the quickest way to grab that ingredient. Alright, then you want to respawn at checkpoint. Switch back to the other horns, and then you want to swing through here. pop through these doors, and head to the second elevator. And this is the next major level, Flavor Peaks. Alright guys, welcome to Flavor Peaks. Alright, this has been a very difficult section for me in my speedrun, and you'll see why very shortly. There's a large puzzle section in this area that I'll walk you through it slow enough that you can hopefully learn the route that I take. There is numerous ways to do it. I have seen a way that Zan does it that's different, and I don't know which way is faster. I actually haven't tested the time, but I'm going to show you my way of doing the puzzle and the way that's used in the world record run. Alright, the puzzle is here in the restaurant area. So this is a pretty tough climb as well. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to. But I'm going to show you my route for climbing up. I'm not going to have any backups really. The backups really are kind of like... It's pretty self-explanatory. If you fall at any given time, you're going to have to find a different way up. There's a lot of different ways to swing your way up to the top of this restaurant. I'm going to show you the best way. Alright, so you want to jump on these plates, double jump, and then swing your way right up to this right here. Bounce. Try to get super bounce, because I think a small bounce might not be high enough to get up here. Super bounces are really easy to do. Next you want to swing, land on this ledge, swing outwards, swing upwards, land on this ledge, and then swing. Actually, you know, I'm going to change the routing here, because I noticed that there is something I'm doing that's a little... It's kind of useless. I normally just swing right up here, and then I move over there to that platform. But from here, I guess the best place to do it is to just swing right up here. You can kill him if you're nervous about him, and then you want to swing and get right up there. So you want to swing, and then land right up here, because this is the first puzzle piece. You want to hit this one once. Then you want to head on down over here to the entrance of that pipe right here. You'll have this one. You want to hit this one twice. You want to come over to here, hit this one once. Come over here, hit this one once. Come over here, hit this one once. Then you want to hit this one 3 times. Just like that. And so far our connection to that pipe is all connected. Up. You want to hit this one once, you want to hit this one once, and then you want to hit this one twice. And now the connection from that pipe is connected to this pipe. You want to grab this, throw it in there, and then swing your way over here. Oh, sorry. When you swing over here, this is one that you want to hit once. That activates the track. Those lights came on. And then you want to hit this one twice, and that connects the track to that pipe over there. Once that's done, those lights will turn off, and then that will spawn down there. You want to come down here, grab that, avoid getting hit. You want to try to get a super bounce if you can to get all the way up here. That goes there. You want to jump over here and hit this once. Then I jump back over here and I hit this twice. That's prepping for the last section of it. You want to head over here, grab this, get a super bounce off of this box. Not like that, more like that. And then head on over here and put this in. Now I prepped that one track over there so that when I get back over here, all I have to do is hit this once and we're good to go. That is the puzzle complete. The lights will stay on, everything's done. You next want to drop down here, come over here and grab this can because it's conveniently placed along the route. Drop down and get the ingredient. This is another ingredient that can get bugged out if you teleport away too quickly. So I turn around, wait for the doors to be completely open, and then I return to Hub World. Alright, next we want to climb on top of the restaurant exterior. I normally do 2 swings right over here. As you can see, it says I have a new skill available. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. You can just go ahead and do that now if you want. That is all of the cans we need in the run. So no more cans need to be worried about. Alright, my way that I get up here is I do that, then I swing up here. I get a nice big bounce. Like I said, those super jumps, they can be a little bit tricky at times. You want to get a decent enough bounce to where you can swing right up here. That can isn't needed, but it's just along the way. I mean, it's just in the way at that point. And then we go ahead and grab this ingredient. Perfect. So just keep in mind that that last one that we got, the swing refill, we don't need to actually turn this on right now. There's no need for it. It is helpful, but I actually don't really turn this on until I really need it, which is all the way in the wood section. But you should probably get in the habit of equipping it as soon as you can, because if anything, it doesn't waste time and it's just a safety precaution. Okay, so I was a little bit quick there jumping down here. You don't have to land here, but the reason I landed here is because there's something I need to say. So when you jump off the building there, there is that spotlight, right? You want to go right inside that door right there, but you want to avoid that spotlight at all costs. So if you come down here a little bit too quick and you're trying to get to that door really fast and you accidentally trip that spotlight, you just caused yourself a huge time loss. Because when that spotlight is triggered, it's going to close that gate. So just make sure when you come down here, you're avoiding that and you're just heading in here. Try to avoid taking damage here if possible. Grab this ingredient and head back. Like I said, avoid taking damage. I'm pretty certain I only got hit twice and I had 3 hearts, but anyway, we're back here. That's why I said avoid taking damage. You grab this, and then you want to head over here. There is that heart if you need it, and when you're coming back out, head on over here. And get the checkpoint. You actually need that checkpoint. And then you want to head on over here to grab the last of the ingredients out here. And the reason you want that checkpoint is because at this point in time, after you get this ingredient, you can go ahead and teleport back to that checkpoint. This is not one that you have to worry about. So you just you teleport right away. And then we head into the next subsection of this level. This is the slaughterhouse. Alright, slaughterhouse starts. You want to do your swing. Press that to head on through. Drop down on this belt. You want to move along these belts because they give you forward momentum. This is all pretty self-explanatory. You're gonna hit the buttons and run for your life. But it's really not scary at all. Okay, then you want to jump on this trampoline, get a super bounce, and swing over here. Okay, so these are the little puzzle sections. Really simple. You just move that arrow so that it is powering the door. All right, here you want to jump, swing, swing, and dash, and you can make it up here. So you can swing up here. If you don't make it up there, you just swing up here. It just saves a little bit of time. Wow, me going slow is actually getting me killed. I'm sorry, I'm trying to explain things, but me going slow is getting me killed. Normally I wouldn't get shot by that because I wasn't stopping to explain things. So I apologize for that. We'll just have to walk through here again. So remember, go fast so you don't get shot. Alright, so we do the puzzle like normal here. Jump, jump. Let me show you what happens if you land down here. No big problem. You just gotta do another swing to get up here. And then another swing to get up here. Alright, same thing over here with the puzzles. Move the arrows. Just like this. so that they are going in the right orientation. Jump down. And keep on moving. All right, here you want to jump over this barbed wire and get into the conveyor belt. This is going to move you forward. And then swing on up here. And more puzzles. Move this to the green. Move this to the purple. And then move this to the yellow. You're good to go. More just running. Alright, this guy up front can actually hit you, this one over here, so I kind of come to the right a little bit, and then he kind of avoids you. But if you go straight, there's a possibility that he will hit you, and it sucks. You don't want that to happen. Alright, this is a cycle-based section. Depending on how fast you went and depending on RNG. I haven't really figured out if it's RNG or how fast you go. These can be in different cycles. Pretty much you want to get your way through here however possible, just so you can get right in here. Keep in mind that those platforms may be in a different cycle, and you may have to swing a little bit more, but preferably they're in a good cycle to where you can get here as quick as possible. Otherwise, you just kind of wing it. We don't need any more of the unicorn, so you can forget about collecting that one down there. The steam does hit, so just make your way through here. We have hearts here in case you need them. So don't worry about taking damage because, like I said, there's hearts so you can replenish. Jump on this and swing on over. All the difficult parts of this section is pretty much over. Honestly, Slaughterhouse is probably one of the easier levels in the run. There really isn't that much going on. And the ingredient is right over here. This is one of those that can glitch out. So I just wait a little bit after grabbing it. I come over here, wait a little bit, enough to where this shows up, and then return to chef. If you have that option to return to chef, you're fine. Come on over here, turn in your ingredients, and then we are on to the next major level. I like to teleport over here because the elevator is right outside this door. And the next level we're going in is woods. We got some interesting stuff going on in this level. So I will see you when we get there. All right, welcome to the woods section of the run. All right, we don't need any more cans because we already got everything we need. So we can just zoom our way over to the checkpoint over here. We're gonna need this checkpoint because we need to teleport back to it. So we grab this checkpoint, and then you want to hop your way on up over here. Swing your way on up over here. There ain't no hopping in this game. And now this is a section where you can be super risky and make it over there without any issues, or without using these little things. But these things help, and they really don't slow you down, so I use them. These little gates, these are like the only place that I know in the game that has this, which I think is very odd because it's a pretty cool mechanic in the game. But I don't think there's any other places in the game that have this. So they reset your swings. So you can come over here, swing through here, and hey, look, your swings reset. And also your jumps are reset. So you swing your way over here with as many swings as you need because you could just reset them at any time. Swing around here and go ahead and grab the first tick. This is an ingredient. Alright, next you want to respawn at checkpoint. And here is a trick that I think a lot of us are not a big fan of, or me and Zan are a big fan of. We're the only real big runners of this game right now. You want to come over here, get a super bounce off of this, and then you want to land on this crystal. I mean, I just jumped on that, no problem. But you want to be on this crystal because you need that little bit of extra height. So, in a speed run, when you're trying to go fast, you get up here and you're trying to jump on this thing, and it's just not not exactly friendly. So, it's being very friendly with me right now, though. It's even better if you can super bounce and then swing and land directly on here, because you need this little bit of height, and the goal is to get up on that honeycomb section of the tree that you're seeing over there. Not honeycomb, pine cone section of the tree. Sorry. So hold your boost, jump, jump, swing, swing, and get your reset right there. And then however these guys are oriented, you want to land at these platforms and make your way over to this ingredient right over here. That is tick number 2 and ingredient number 2 of woods. And then you want to drop on down here. And this is the only other section that you will be using the ram horns. You want to hop up here, get a super jump, switch to your ram horns, and boom, right through the stone barrier. And then you switch back to these fast horns, of course. And then right over here is tick number 3, ingredient number 3 of woods. And the final ingredient of woods. That is a very quick section for this run, the wood section. You wait until, there we go, the call from chef, and you return to chef. And wood section is done, just like that. Go ahead and turn in your ingredients, and then we are on to the last major level of the game, not including the final boss. You want to teleport back over here to where the freezer is, and swing on through the window. And then the Pearly Gates Heaven is the last major section of the run. Now, this is going to put your swinging skills to the test. There's a lot of swinging and a lot of stuff going on. All pretty straightforward though. Pretty simple. Jump out to the right, swing, swing. Get over here. You do not need a big boost, a jump boost there. You may want to get one there though. So you can just do that, but I'd like to get a super bounce on that second one. Just kind of run into this, double jump, and then if you can, get another little higher jump there if possible. Swing twice, you dash your way up here. Get a super jump here as well to get up here quicker. And then hold down that horn while you're riding on these. Make sure to let go of the horn right before you land on these, because I don't know, if you like keep holding the horn, that happens. So you want to like re-grab the horn every time you go into the water there. Over here, instantly swing off of that. And then you want to jump under the castle over here. I know I kind of went through that quick, but with the whole sliding and everything, I mean, there's really no way to go through that slow. But here we go. This is a skip in this section of the run where those pillars throughout heaven can be stepped on, and that's how we get through this section. The fastest way to get through here and the best way to get through here is to use those pillars as resets on your swings. So you want to jump on that pillar right here, just like this, and you see how I get my reset and I'm fine. I could be safe here all I want, everything's fine. You want to jump from here and then swing, swing, reset again right here. You're safe on these things, you're fine. Everything is good. Obviously, you want to go through this fast, but I'm showing you for the sake of it, of the tutorial, that this is safe ground. Just keep jumping, otherwise you'll slide off. And then from here, you want to swing, swing, and then bounce on this, and head on over here. Oh, don't bonk like I did. Also, let me show you something real quick. There is a little bit of a quicker way. You get over there. If you do like a super bounce right there, you can just swing over here. But I tend to not do that because it doesn't really save too much time, and sometimes the super bounce can eat your jump, and when that happens, you might fall, which will actually lose time. But if you want, you have that option as well. Just get over here, and then now you want to jump out and land on one of these moving platforms. Doesn't matter which one, because you land on one and you have enough swings to get on over to this area over here. Climb on up and swing on out over here. I mean, some of this movement might take a little bit to get used to, but if you are uncomfortable with swinging out all the way over here, you can land on that platform first and then jump over here. You'll definitely lose time, but not much time. Alright, so here's a big boy jump. This jump is notorious for being a run killer for beginners. So if you are a beginner, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting this teleporter. I mean, not teleporter. Well, yeah, teleporter. Teleporter / checkpoint. Grab this checkpoint. Alright. Then you want to come up here. If you are not a beginner and you feel comfortable with this jump, then don't grab the checkpoint because it's time loss. So right here is the only reason that we needed this swing refill. Having the swing refill can really save your life, but the real reason that we want it is for this jump right here. And I'm going to try to break this down for you the best way possible. You may see this slowed down in the video to help you out with the inputs here. So the first thing you want to do is boost, jump, a single jump, not a double jump, swing with a boosted swing. You want to continue to repress this boost because you want to get that airtime speed to get more distance. After that first swing, then you want to jump again, and then you want to swing again, and then after that swing, you want to dash, because within that time frame, you get your swing refill, which will give you a third swing to make it all the way to that pillar. Let me show you how that looks in practice, and then I'll probably replay it and slow it down in the video so you have a better understanding of how that goes. Here we go. Ready? Jump, swing, repress, jump, swing, repress, dash, swing, and land here. And you want double jump up and swing, swing. Jump, swing, repress, jump, swing, repress, dash, swing, and land here. And you want double jump up and swing, swing, and land up here. It is a monster of a jump, but I promise you it gets easier the more you do it. I honestly never mess this up anymore. I can't even remember the last time I messed this jump up. But in the beginning, this will be a tough thing to learn, but you'll get used to it. Next, you want to come on up over here and then get on this. Remember to use your super bounces to get up as quick as possible. And I want to go over two strats here. Now, the world record run does not use this strat. Actually, I'm going to show you the strat that the world record run uses, which is just coming up here, and then coming up here, and then from here, going on with the level. You want to jump down to that platform under the swinging platforms down there. But I want to show you the faster way of doing that, in case you want to save a little bit more time, a couple seconds. When you land on this one right here, instead of going up to the other platform, you want to jump, swing, land here, jump, jump, swing, swing, dash. This is where you want to land. But yeah, this one right here is definitely a lot harder to do than the route that I did in the world record run, which I'm gonna. Oh God, I don't know what happened there. Which I'm gonna show you what I did in the run. Instead of doing that, when you land up here, you just kind of run off and swing, and you're right here again. But that way is a lot safer, but it loses a couple seconds. You can gain a couple seconds by doing the faster strat that I showed you with the pillar. But when you're this far into the run, that can be kind of scary. Because you're almost at the end of the run, and that's a trick that is a little difficult and risky. But, yeah. You just want to make your way over here, and this is not a real boss fight. It's kind of a joke of a boss fight. This is the God boss fight. And we do a thing called Q-tip skip here. This isn't really a glitch. We're just grabbing the ingredient early as it spawns. It looks like a glitch though, but that's why it's allowed in the run, because you just want to come over here, get him to slam down right over that square, and then I messed it up. But that's okay, because I'd rather mess it up because it's good for me to showcase something real quick. So, do you see the square that the Q-tip is over? It's kind of like this square right here is like these diamonds. I'd never seen God's hand. What the heck? Okay, that's weird. But look at these tiles, think of them as a diamond, and right up here at the end of this diamond, that's where the ingredient spawns. If you attack the hand and land close to that square, you grab this as it's spawning and as you kill the hand at the same time. And if you watch the world record run, you will see people do that. I did that in the world record run, and you'll see that other people have done it in previous runs as well, like Zan's run. And what that does is it just allows you to get out of the heaven quicker, because those gates, when they're closed, if you teleport after grabbing this ingredient, while those gates aren't fully open, this ingredient will glitch out and you will not actually collect it, and you'll actually soft lock the game. So you definitely do not want that to happen. So when you grab this, if you do not do the glitch, you have to go through all the dialogue. If you did do the, I keep saying glitch. It's not really glitch. It's more of a skip. If you did do the skip correctly with the Q-tip skip, you can then during the dialogue of God, you're able to teleport out. But instead, if you grab it, you have to wait till those doors are completely open, and then you can return to hub. Nice. And the reason that works is because those doors start opening as soon as you grab the ingredient. And since you're in the dialogue with God, but you collected the ingredient before the dialogue started, they start opening way before the dialogue finishes. Otherwise, you have to go through the whole dialogue and then return to hub after they open. All right. Now you want to use Chef to return back the phone call to get back to the chef. And you have made it to the final boss of the game. Um, Remember how I said in the beginning of this tutorial that the chain dashing in the beginning of the run, you wouldn't use it the rest of the run? That's exactly what I meant. We only used it in the beginning until we got our swings. Now this is the second part in the run, or the only other part in the run, that you will have to use chain dashing again. And that's because when you get teleported here to the final boss area, you will notice that your hands are kind of full. And with your hands full, with the pie, you can't swing anymore because your hands are full. So, the fastest way of movement from here to the oven is chain dashing again. So you want to get as many chain dashes as possible. The more, the better. In my run, I did not get good chain dashes, so there is a little bit of time save in this section. I used to be really good at these. I used to be able to hit them all the way to the oven, but I haven't been that great with them lately. Alright, place this in here. You want to hit that lever right there. I normally do it as I'm jumping up to here. Swing on up. Hit this. Come on down. Press the button. Re-grab the pie that is now cooked, or partly cooked, because for some reason after putting it into the oven you have to put it in the microwave. I don't know, don't ask me, I didn't make the game, but for some reason after putting it in the microwave is when things start happening, unless that's some type of magic oven that did something. I don't know the lore behind it. But before I put it in the oven, or into the microwave, I'm going to explain really quick a little bit of the boss, because it's going to be hard for me to explain completely while doing it, because I mean, you kind of want to get through it as fast as possible, and there's a lot going on that you have to know about beforehand. So the boss has this ability where a laser comes out, and you'll see that when I'm fighting this or getting to the boss, I'm avoiding the laser not only with my character, but with my camera as well. You want to move the camera out of the way of the laser, because if that laser hits your camera, it's like an unintended feature of the game. It's kind of hilarious. Your camera, if it gets hit by that laser, you will probably die because it causes so much lag, you're not going to be able to play. You're going to end up falling in the lava. So you not only have to watch out for it hitting the character, your actual in-game character, but you want to avoid it hitting the camera as well. Another thing to notice is the closer I get to Pi, he'll stop shooting the lasers, and instead he'll shoot these little, he'll lob these little lava balls at you. It really sucks when you try to swing onto him if they hit you, because if they hit you, you're probably gonna fall in the lava. So try to avoid those as well. Aside from that, you want to hit all three eyes on the Pi boss to open up the last eye, which then you can hit and get on to the next section. And there is going to be something that's going to happen that is going to look weird. I'm going to launch into the air on the second phase of the boss, and that only happens during the cutscene skip command that we put in. If you don't use the cutscene skip command in the beginning of the game, for some reason you don't get launched into the air. So that only happens if you do cutscene skip. But we take advantage of that, and we press the boost button to start moving towards the Pi from a really high distance. I just want you to realize that when that happens in this boss fight, I didn't purposely do that. It's just something that happens to everybody if they use the cutscene skip. All right. Now that I said it, just keep in mind of what I said. I'll try to point things out as I'm doing this fight, but we're gonna get through this, and hopefully with a good fast cycle, and a cycle that you can follow if you wanna run this game in this category. The only last thing to bring up before I do this is there is a third phase, but that is pretty straightforward. It's use the minigun, shoot the eyes, and avoid being hit. There's going to be a lot going on here, so here we go. 3 hits for each eye. And then this opens up, and then here's the launch. When I got hit by the laser, I didn't mean for that. My main concern was it hitting the camera, because surprisingly, it hitting the camera is worse than getting hit by the laser itself. That was some bad RNG. So, as you can see, the little... Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I did not mean for that to happen. As you can see, the little targets... Jesus. The little targets that show up on the platforms on the second phase, they do electrocute you. And you want to avoid landing on those, but for some reason, I had the worst RNG while I was doing this guide, and they spawned on the only platforms I could land on. So that doesn't normally happen, and neither does that normally happen. Okay, if you get knocked off of the pie, keep in mind that the eyes will open again, and you have to redo it. But this is really a bad pie fight. 3 hits each, and then heading into this section. I like to switch to keyboard and mouse here because it's quicker or easier to aim with a keyboard or a mouse in my opinion. And you want to get this in the best cycle possible. Also, once again, avoid the laser hitting the camera because the same thing will happen here. It will lag you out pretty bad and cause you to take damage. It's also the reason why normally I target the eye that's about to shoot the laser, just for safety precaution. But it's not the most important thing. Just make sure it doesn't hit the camera, that's all. See, like here, you might want to get the laser out of the way because it almost hit the camera there and caused me a ton of lag. And there we go. That's the fastest cycle to kill him. I do end up switching back to controller here, and if you did make it this far, I want to say congratulations. You just finished your first 18 ingredients speed run, or 18 ingredients category. No major glitches. Just go on and run through here. And then the time stops when you get the screen fading to black right about now. And that's when the time will stop, and that is the entirety of the 18 ingredients, no major glitches, speedrun. If you want to see the a better Hell Pie boss fight, you can always check out the world record run, and you can see me going through it without the mistakes that I made in the guide. But it's probably better that I made mistakes in the guide because it shows you that like a mistake isn't the end of the world. It is something that you can overcome. But one thing to keep note of, when you finish your 18 ingredients run, you have to go through this section of the credits. Because remember how I talked about the ingredients getting glitched out? If for any reason you got through the game, completed it, and you get through this section, and these ingredients do not show on the screen, it's not a valid run. So make sure you are avoiding the ingredients getting glitched out by taking a second or two to make sure that that doesn't happen in those places that I told you to take your time. Because right here, this validates the run. You have right in the center the ingredients that you collected. And as you can see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 ingredients, which means this would have been a valid run. All right. I am glad to say that this is finally done. I think for a 40-minute run, an hour and 16 playtime actually isn't bad for a full guide, so I think we did pretty damn well there. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can always hop into the Discord, shoot me a message in Discord, shoot Xanaru123 a message in Discord, and I'm sure he will be glad to help, just like I am. We both take this game very serious, and we've built this speedrun up to be something incredible. I mean, the routing, the strats, the movement, everything. is so much fun, and we spent so much time glitch hunting and learning new strats and routing, especially if you're like into glitches. You have the other categories that have some pretty insane cool glitches to check out. To give you an idea, the any percent category in this game is nowhere close to 40 minutes. It's actually more like realistically like a 12-minute run, maybe even down to like a 10-minute run. So if you're into glitches, yeah, check out the other categories. But yeah, that's all for the 18 ingredients, no major glitches category guide, and I hope to see you running this category soon. This is the most popular of the categories in the community, which is why I chose to do a guide for this one. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. So first I want to say that this run is extremely underrated. I just want to get that out of the way. This game is such an amazing 3D platformer. There's so many mechanics, so many things in the game. I understand that the name, and I understand that like the graphic content is probably what like pushed people away from making this like a mainstream game. But the developers definitely deserve more, and I'm hoping that we can get more of a speedrun community here to just enjoy this amazing 3D platformer and its mechanics. So I really would want to get this video out, this guide for 18 ingredient run, because 18 ingredient run is like our most popular category. It has the most variety of runners on it, but hasn't been any guides, and I really didn't have the time to put a guide out myself because I've been running the game, and I just got a world record recently that was really solid. So I think I could finally put 18 ingredients aside for now, get a guide out there to help any newcomers that want to learn the run. With that being said, I'm going to use my magic finger here and I always want to do that. That right there is my Twitch. You can follow me on Twitch and see what other speedruns I'm doing, and also ask me anything related to Help High, because I am glad to help anybody who's interested in running my favorite speedrun. And also, there's another person right there. Zan, the man. Xanaroo123. That is his Twitch. You can also reach out to him. He is also a great place to go for anything Help High and tips about Help High. He has found a lot of routing and changes to the game with me. So we've been like the two people that have been running this game and taking it serious for the last couple months. So I would love to see you guys. Please come play our game. Support the developer that deserves more love. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Check me out and Zan out. Ooh, opposite directions. Check me and Zan out, and hopefully I will see you guys in the game. Bye.